7.1. What are the general settings? Technical changes and improvements are made through firmware updates. The device offers the possibility to update the firmware over the network. From time to time, check for updates and install them. Updates are vital to maintain security. The current installed version of the firmware can be found on the lower right corner of the browser window. Current or possibly new firmware versions are available on the Internet on the Siemens Gamma TD page published under Software. The firmware can be updated under the General tab. The Load Firmware button is used to search for a newer version of the firmware in a directory on the Update PC. It is recommended to first save the firmware version to be transferred to the Update PC. The Press button starts the firmware replacement. After the upload, you will receive the information with a positive firmware update and the IP Control Center will restart. Attention! All previous settings, links, and pages will be overwritten. Note: updating from firmware version 3.x to version 4.x is a special case. The update is delivered in 2 parts and also carried out sequentially in 2 steps, parts 1 and 2. Go to the configuration page of the IP Control Center for the firmware update. After the first part has been loaded into the IP Control Center, the following communication is processed in encrypted form. After the device restarts, the connection is redirected to HTTPS. To do this, first accept the certificate. The second part of the update can then be loaded. For security reasons, you will need to assign a new password first. See Chapter 9.1. On the General tab, the second part of the update can then be selected and loaded.